Well, good morning. So it is day one of my new Jeep project. So I have been looking to upgrade or just change out my communication system within the Jeep. When I first bought the Jeep, like a lot of people, I'm like, let's get a CB, yay! But as I've found, many of our trail folks that we go out with, use the GMRS system, FRS, GMRS, and I've had handhelds for the last 2 years. They work well, except for the battery life. And so one of the things I've been looking to do is upgrade to a base unit within the Jeep. Haven't decided completely if I'm going to get rid of my actual CB, because I don't think I need to. I may just keep both, because there are a few folks that I've gone out with that have CBs, but far fewer. Most people have the GMRS units. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be working on an installation of my Midland unit. This is the Midland 575. It's 575. Sorry about the camera work here. And it's kind of a ghost unit, essentially. I like the ghost unit, the same thing I have for my CB. Everything's going to be ran from the actual handset. This here will be going under the dash. And I'm going to play a little bit, and it's a little scary, but as you can see, the handset has a standard cable, and then there's a USB-C port as well for this unit. And so, yeah, here. So what I've done here is I've gotten some extension cables, and I'm going to be hiding this underneath the dash, and then extending out the cables and installing those extensions hidden on the side panel. I'll show you once I have some pictures. But it's been an interesting first week working, very busy, which is great. But this is a good opportunity for me to kind of take a deep breath, reset, and play a little bit with the Jeep. So I will take some pictures and gather that information as I go. Okay, just gonna have a little fun today, getting ready to install this GMRS unit into my Jeep here. So all ready and prepped for the job. So wish me luck. Here are a few photos of the install underneath the dash, and it shows, the placement of the USB and I show more in the continuation of this video. Well, Facebook friends and family, how are y'all doing? So just a quick update on the communication upgrade for the Jeep. Got most of the way done. Did take a few hour break to go hang out with the girls and watch Amber do some ice skating, so that was fun. Basically, I've got the radio in, and where I've kind of got stuck is the Cat 5 cable that I had ordered isn't providing power to the headset. And so the extension cable, I'm going to have to rethink that. Based on the research, it should all work. I thought I got the same one several other posts have, purchased, but maybe it's the brand. So I did order another one. It'll be coming tomorrow, and this one will go back to Amazon. But here, this is what we're at. Just kind of give you a quick peek. So inside the Jeep, so we have the CB. That's where it will live when it's going. Now, right now, it's going up underneath to where I have hidden my old radio, and it will actually, when I'm done, it'll run down to the side of here where my hand's at. It's going to be down to there, because once I get that updated cable, because I know that's going to work. Again, I've seen several videos of that working. I have an external speaker, just because under the dash the speaker can get a little muffled, and so you can kind of see some of the wires coming out for that external speaker. down there. And then again, the radio, well, not again, I don't think you've seen this, but I took some pictures of there. The radio's up underneath the dash, all nice and secured. Antenna, everything is tucked up underneath there. You can't see it very well, right? It's all dark, but it's pretty clean. It's gonna look good. Just outside on the Jeep, just to kind of give you a peek of what I did. So all of the wires go into the cab through a little hole that I found. It's crazy. The first time I did some installations, I did not find that. And 2 years later, somebody posts, hey, check this little hole out. So it's a little pop out, and it's really, really good. But I think it's nice and clean. Some some electrical flashing around the, around the power cable. It goes across the back, just to kind of keep it nice and factory looking. See, we dropped a 8mm, or I shouldn't say we, I dropped an 8mm socket, and it has apparently lodged itself up underneath my fuse box. So we were trying to get that out, or Michael was, because I am too short, and he can't, so we're going to have to figure that out. But probably end up replacing that, and someday when we replace this battery, because that's going to be an upgrade here probably this year sometime, with a dual battery system, and it's going to actually replace quite a bit of this. This comes up a little bit, and yeah, it's kind of cool. But it's all clean and neat there. Again, you can see some of these extra wires. There's power to my refrigerator in the back, and my 2 power cables. One's to the CB that I talked about in the first video, and then this new one. And there is a power cable to my winch. It's up front. So again, I need to clean that up a little bit, but it's starting to come together. And then the CB antenna is right there. Nice clean mount. Not happy the fact that Amazon did me wrong, and it looks like they sent me a bent antenna. I think it had been replaced one time before. So that's kind of the current state of my Jeep project. I took a few photos. It's been fun. Again, not a hard install at all. Just patience, and slow when you go. So yeah, gotta put the fuse stuff back together. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm actually going to take a break. Some folks from work actually are going to do an event, old school happy hour, and folks that I've worked with before and no longer with MMI, plus people that are with MMI. I'm not sure who all show up, but I think we're going to take a break and go check that out. So hope you guys have a wonderful day. Your 2023 year is starting strong, and enjoy your weekend. Bye. Hey, this is Jim. How are you guys doing? Just giving you a quick update on the Jeep project that I got stuck on last weekend due to, I don't know, faulty advice from the internet. But I had to do a little bit more research into how I was going to install that Midland receiver on the other side of the Jeep so I could have my unit, hidden underneath the dash. So we also are prepping for a quick weekend trip, and so I was going to do just a quick walk around the Jeep, show you what we got going on, and play before it gets too dark. Okay, so quick wide shot. There's the rig. Like I showed you last week, we installed this Midland 6 dB antenna. Today we were actually getting radio all the way from Santan Valley, from in Youngtown. So pretty good. So we've dressed the Jeep back up. We have our rotor packs attached with the trail rails. So we got water on one side. And coming around the back, there's the kitchen. I'll go through that in a minute. And then we have our fuel in the other. Some locks. Always have locks, right? And so let's just step inside 1 minute. So if you look, you really don't see where the old CB, or actually this would be the GMRS radio is, right? So I set down my drink real quick and grab this. So here's the handset. So this is our handset for the GMRS unit. Again, we walk back around here. So hope you guys have all had a wonderful week. It's kind of weird having 3 days off in a row for New Year's. Actually, we had a lot more time off. And then come back and have a 3-day weekend again soon after. It's kind of made January kind of funky, right? At least in my world. Okay, so here you go. So again, I'm kind of walked around to the other side of the Jeep. So you can see everything here. So actually what I did, if you watched the video last week, I have installed the GMRS unit underneath my dash. So you don't actually see it. And then over here it runs, don't make you sick, but it runs to this little cord right here. And then here's my handset. Oh, up there. So there's my communication, my comms. I still have the CB installed, which essentially works the same way, except for the fact that it's up underneath the dash on this side. So I'm basically on each side. And then, interesting thing, I think I showed you guys, but I didn't show you installed. So I also installed this USB-C port here that runs from this side of the Jeep to the unit out on the other side. And that actually is a pretty nice charge port. I got to monitor a few things because it pushes out a lot of power. I just want to make sure it doesn't overpower the phone or blow up a battery on the GoPro, anything like that. Right? Okay. So back to the back of the Jeep. So we're really ready to go. Other than throwing our, overnight bag. It's basically a backpack with a shirt and change of, personal items. We're ready to go. So we got the refrigerator and our food storage. We got our potty up there, our bathroom. This is me and Mike, so I may not even come out of the Jeep, but it's always good to have it just in case. So again, this is our bathroom, and then over here is the bathroom tent. And they got a little chair, tent, our air for air it up and air it down. Underneath here, turn it sideways. So down here I have tools. Always take some tools out to be prepared just in case, you never know. And then another tent because we do 2 one-man tents when we go out with me and Michael. So, and then I got my little table. It's a little table I got from Cabela's down here, and it just splits into 2. It's kind of cool. It just splits into 2, so it's a little table that we go out to eat and everything like that. So, or when we go to eat. And so in these chairs, I'm going to zoom in for a second. Let me flip it around. This isn't hard, but make you sick. So again, just to kind of expand this out. And, Dan and I made this 2 years ago and used it with me and Michael. Took it out a little bit with the when we had the trailer. Hey, Amber. And then put it back in for this trip. But there's our stove. So I haven't updated the stove, and the way the stove works, it does still come out to, hey, Amber, work. Okay. Sorry about that. You guys didn't hear me talking, apparently. Thanks, Jay. I guess I muted myself and didn't know it when I was pushing the drawers in and out. So let me explain again. So the Yakima awning. It's a little bit of a pain to pull in and out, but it is really great when Michael and I go out, get out of the sun, get out of the rain. And hopefully you didn't miss, well, I probably missed a lot of the drawer. But again, let me just quickly, food and cooking supplies. Most of our cooking supplies, as I mentioned earlier, are basically flip-flop between this and the trailer. Oh, and you have to say hi again because apparently the audio is off. Say hi. Hi. So the only other thing inside, like the back seat, it's kind of nice when it's just me and Michael because you have plenty of extra room for stuff like our tracks, just in case we get stuck in the sand or mud. And then I have basically this, it's like a wok that stands up. I'll have to show you when I'm at camp, but it's right here just for cooking, especially steaks, things like that. And I'm not going to cook on that little Coleman back there. Nah, I'm going to cook it on a nice grill. So that's what that's for. If you enjoyed this little impromptu Jeep walk around, let me know if you want to go out. We're ready, willing, and able. Some days able. Depends on how the week went. So, okay. Well, I'm going to go and play with the family before we get ready to go. I'll talk to you later. Bye.